Friends, family, subscribers to the YouTube channel, Adventuring with the S.G.O.C.C. Today marks the start, or the restart, of our very popular series that we did starting in November of 2023 called In the Bunker with Geoff. I'm Geoff. First, let's get the legal stuff out of the way. Fun Brothers Productions, which is us, neither supports nor endorses any one firearm over another. It does not promote or endorse the purchase of firearms or the use thereof. This video, like all, are for entertainment purposes only. The thoughts and statements in these videos represent my opinion only, based on over 50 years of handling, being around, and enjoying the shooting sports. Now, having said that, today, as I said, we're restarting In the Bunker with Geoff. Today is a comparison between revolvers and semi-automatic pistols. Revolvers, also called wheel guns. Here's our Ruger LCR. It is a hammerless 38. You notice there's no hammer on it. It's a great conceal gun to carry. The only thing is, I insist myself on putting this in it's called a pocket holster. It's like a little sleeve, and it kind of holds like this. What it does is it keeps anything like my keys or what have you from catching the trigger, because this, with no hammer, you pull the trigger, you fire the weapon. This is my new Smith & Wesson SD9. It has a stainless upper and slide and a polymer handle. It's really lightweight. My brother Steve was astonished at how lightweight it is. It's very balanced. It uses a double stack magazine, so it holds 15 rounds. This is my new daily carry, replacing my Springfield XDS, which is a single stack, and even with, it's a compact technically, the Springfield, even with extended mags, it had a limited capacity. So when a semi-automatic gun fires, this slide assembly ratchets back from the gas expelled from the shell. This is the barrel. These guns are made possible by a little trick in that you see the barrel, as the slide comes back, lifts up. That's the whole deal. That's the one thing that makes these weapons work. Now, a revolver, Ruger LCR, holds 6 rounds, actually 5 rounds in this one, like typical 38s, in a rotating cylinder assembly. That's this. It ratchets up into the gun, locks, and you pull the trigger and it fires the weapon. Very simple to use. As folks get older, I have found in dealing with a lot of customers to the shooting gallery that it becomes very difficult for older people to pull the slide back. Now, I'm 6'3", pretty good size. By golly, I'm 62, so I turned 63 April 1st. I can still pull a slide back pretty easy. Tim has taught Cassie, who surprised me the other day. She was able to pull the slide back on this. She just turned 11. Now, when people get older, they have a trouble pulling the slide back. A revolver doesn't have that problem. You're not pulling the slide back. You're not chambering around. Every time you fire the weapon, the cylinder rotates to bring up the next round. This is what the Old West was tamed with, was the same principle, a wheel gun. Usually they're single action, which means you have to pull the hammer back in order to cock the weapon, then pull the trigger. You can't just randomly pull the trigger. Pulling the trigger and having the ability to pull the hammer back is what's called a double action revolver. This one technically is a single action, but because there's no hammer, you're not pulling the hammer back to cock it. You just pull the trigger. This is, stay away from me. If I was married still, my wife would carry this. I would insist. There are purses made for young ladies that have a pocket on each side with a hollow sleeve in the middle that's actually considered a holster. It's where you keep your gun. I know of at least one lady at church that carries that way. So, I mean, it's like everything else. A gun is a tool. And you use different tools for different jobs. You wouldn't use a hammer on a leaking pipe. You use a pipe wrench. Same thing. If you're older, can't pull a slide back, this becomes your tool. If you're younger, you want to put a weapon on your hip to be safe and feel good, this might be your choice. Or you might go, and this is chambered in 9mm, by the way. You might want to go with a 45 ACP or a 10mm or a 40. You know, it's every one of these is a different tool, and you require different tools for different applications. Now, I'm not suggesting that anybody go out and start, you know, filling a gun safe full of guns. Maybe that's not for you. That's fine. I enjoy the shooting sports, target shooting, trap shooting with shotguns. Going out and having fun gets me outdoors. I was introduced into the shooting sports as a youngster. My father and my Uncle Floyd took me out for the first time, and I shot a .22 single-action revolver. Same revolver, actually, that my brother Steve and my father and I took on our week-long camping trip in the Marble Mountains when we were younger. So, it's fun. There's all kinds of different guns. For a first gun, I would not recommend this, because you have to wear it in a sleeve. It's a little more technically proficient to use because it doesn't have a hammer. This would not be a first gun either. I would get a smaller caliber gun. For women, I would recommend compacts or subcompacts. You still get them in 9mm as well as other calibers. But it's easier for a smaller handed person to hold a smaller gun. It's just the facts. These are the great equalizers. You know, a large person comes up on you and the cops are 5 to 6 minutes away. You pull this out of your purse or your pocket, and suddenly you're not the victim anymore. And that's the whole idea behind owning these kinds of tools. So once again, neither endorsing nor promoting. This is for entertainment purposes only. And in the future, we're going to be conducting in the Bunker with Geoff at a local gun store. Friend of the channel, long time, years friend of the channel. And you'll see some episodes coming up there. Also, we have my friend David, who is going to be joining us. He has a large selection of, I guess, World War I and II long guns from all over the world. So we'll be looking at some of those. And this has been a Fun Brothers production, and thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe at the end of this video. Thank you very much.